wengine ambao walikuwa wanajiita middle class, wameona okay, we have to take cue your design.
So
wamewaamsha.
Is that what's done?
Your design.
And the Gen Zs are they shocked the nation.
And they are not joking, man. They are not relenting. Na wanasema hawana shida ya chakula, wanatoka home kama wamekula. So energy.
There's a young lady who was on TikTok the other day. Yeah. She actually addressed Baba.
Akasema, Baba, stay at home, please. Stay at home. We are representing you. We don't want you to come here. We've seen what you've done with this country.
Yes.
Yes.
In fact, guess what?
Yeah.
She's here in the studio.
Wow.
Anita.
Baraza. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Baraza.
And yes, right next to you is Nyalanga.
Nyawanga.
And the other name?
Nyawanga Ininduv Awar.
She's Irish.
She's Irish Luo.
Yes, I am.
No wonder we met at the St. Patrick's Parade.
Exactly.
What's that?
March 17th is St. Paddy's Day.
What's that, Jeff?
It's the patron saint of Ireland.
Jeff, unajua tungariaka.
Nyawanga, hebu mueleze.
Si tunajua Mashujaa, Madaraka Day.
Mashuja, you mean us?
The new Shujas.
The new Shujas.
The new age.
The new
Shujas.
No, history must repeat itself.
Okay.
As Light Art Club, I'm a representative of Light Art Club. I'm proudly here today. We are the biggest youth community in, I'd like to say, Africa.
Yeah.
And we have been doing our part in spreading information, raising awareness in what is going on, because we live in a time where the youth maybe don't want to read the whole 136 pages. I understand, we have things to do. So we've been working really hard to make it palatable and make people understand what's going on.
And you're obviously succeeding somehow. Were you guys surprised, Anita? Were you surprised at the turnout, at the reaction the other day?
I wasn't really surprised because I expected everyone to hold themselves accountable, because this is our future. Like, we're not like millennials. We're not going to like be silent while we're seeing our lives being ruined. So I expected everyone to pull up and, like, you know, represent yourself. Ata leo tunatokea tena maandamano Thursday.
Mko hapo?
Tuko hapo. So this I'm running there, girl.
Na ni nini na wapea hiyo power, hiyo fire? Mlikuwa mmeka down mkapanganga hii agenda ama what sparked there?
Okay, personally, I just posted a video on TikTok talking about how ridiculous the finance bill is. And I was wondering, if each year the finance bill is supposed to be an amendment to the other. See, we can just use the one we were using. Right now we're using the 2023 one.
Yeah.
Okay. This other one for the 2024, the proposed one, like, it has so many loopholes.
Yeah.
And you can feel like our futures are not settled. So we just had to do something. The video went viral, thank God, and everyone saw it and they showed up. And you must show up today. Neither ukuje ama ukuje.
Ati either ukuje
ama ukuje.
Design. So mnacheki, we can have one document yenye tuweza tukabadilishanga tu kidogo and keep using it, other than having a whole new set of proposals every now and then, every other year.
And the proposals are giving running like countries that are not third world. Hata sisi tuko fourth world sahi. Hey, it's crazy.
I told you I'm a jack of many trades, but I'm a journalist by profession, and also a brand ambassador. I'm a model. I do a lot of things, and in the political arena. And now today we're here for the Gen Zs. We are tired.
Punda amechoka.
Punda amechoka.
Na Wilma, tukilink up niliona kuna group ya majenzis jana walikuwa 1,800 in one group.
Good Lord. And
then there was another one being formed already. Ilikuwa 900 by the time I was saying bye to him.
Sai tuko full pack.
Full pack ni kama gapi?
2050, two groups. We are now creating a community.
So each group
1025. I can even show you their pendings, 1,600 who are pending because they are requesting to join, and the group is full.
And where are these members from?
It's a movement. We are unstoppable.
I mean, are you guys unstoppable?
We are unstoppable.
We are.
Let me ask you guys: are you going to form a political party? Is that the intention that's down the road?
It wasn't the intention initially.
Yeah, I think every Gen Z, as much as we have come together in a shared sense of community for wanting to fight what's right, we are still very aware that we all have different dreams. So, for example, for me personally, I do not have currently the desire to delve into politics, whereas Anita does. But we know that as much as I want to change the world in my own respect, and she wants to change the world through policy and politics, our shared vision is what brings us together. I think one revolutionary thing maybe about the Gen Z is a mistake our parents made is focusing on tribe and bringing tribe into politics. I don't think I've ever had a conversation with a person my age and asked, and what's your last name? You know?
So you tribes as you are shtui
Mambo yenu.
At all.
ati mambo ya kina nani?
Mambo yenu.
Unajua kuna kitu wase wanafaa kuelewa. Sisi ni majenzi. Sisi hatutaki mambo ya millennial. Hii mambo ya matribe sijui nini, sijui if the president is a Kikuyu, sijui who should be a Kalenjin. We don't do this. We want to empower our fellow youth. Na ndio maana tumekama hapa Jeff. Lazima ma youth waelewe hata ushago. As we are talking, we have demonstration, peaceful picketing all over. And we requested the government, according to Article 37, they should protect the peaceful picketing.
Correct.
Leo Muranga, Voi, mambo iko live. Sasa tupigi mtu, tunapata mtu wa mayai pale, tunanunua mayai tukiendanga. Chuguzi kitu ya mtu.
In fact, nilisikia ati if amongst you kuna hooligans wana join in na kukoza mess
wararua.
I just posted a video about that. Ukipata mtu anaanza stories zingine, we are going there to march for our rights. Ukipata mtu ameanza kuchukua mawe anatupa, tafadhali you and your group mchukue. Yeye ndo anaenda jela.
Yeye ndo
anaingizwa kwa hizo Mariamu. We can't have people like suffering on like because did you hear about the government paying people to like come?
Yeah, join in and then cause
see watu wetu. We did not send anyone to do anything wrong. Like personally, you saw how Tuesday was peaceful.
Yeah.
The businesses were actually helping us. Thank you to Big Square 680. That's where we were. The police were literally cornering
Kilimanjaro
us.
Jamia.
Yeah, Kilimanjaro Jamia, Java. Thank you guys for always showing out for us. And I hope today pia nyinyi mtakuwa na you will riot with us.
Tell me something, Nyawanga.
Yes.
How was it the other day? What was it? Describe for us who were not in the streets. What was it like?
I personally didn't get the privilege of getting there as early as Anini did. But even at the time I got there, it was when people were starting to get a bit confused. They wanted to start thinking about going home. Some people wanted to start closing up their shops. There, of course, was a sense of fear. But what I think stood out to me among the young people is, despite the fear, there was no turning of that fear or that anger into violence. And I respect that so much. And I think it was the former CS of Health came out and said, Gen Z are not an inherently violent group of people. They are not going out there to hurt people. They are not going out there to cause harm. And I saw that, and I think that was amazing.
Tafadhali government. Kama mnatupa tear gas leo, mkuwe mmetafuta flavor tear gas.
Mnataka magamins.
Tunataka bubble gum, blueberry, pineapple.
No, but on a very serious note, the main concern, which is very unfortunate because it was the same concern on Tuesday and it will be even worse today, we should be thinking of our security in the sense that will we have police come and help us, come and support us, come and protect us. Our main fear today is the police.
Mimi nashanga wanakuja kuinda nani?
Yes.
Kumeshona hivi.
Makarao.
Mimi nimewambia tunakuja. Juu sisi hatuna shida. Sisi hatuna shida. You know what we are doing? We are very ready for them. Unajua nimesema sisi kama millennials, right? Kama ni tear gas. Unajua we have the mask zile surgical unajua ile ukiweka vinegar tear gas ikikuja inakuwa
neutralize
automatically if they didn't know.
Chemistry.
Kama ni tear gas sisi hatupigi na miguu brackets. We are getting it back because we don't want problems here, right? And we're here for our country. Now wacha when you umeuliza about political party, we are coming to think of it because we are tired. We cannot be electing people who are going in, you know, being I don't want to use that word, but they are going and disappointing us in parliament. This is so sad. Mimi naona MP wangu pale amekaa hivi manze, kitu anasema mimi nashangaa huyu msee anasema nini? Na tulimpea kura zetu.
Alafu speaking of MPs, jana kuna mmoja alisema hiyo ya Tuesday ilikuwa fake demonstrations, mlichukua images from the internet, mka edit, mka post.
Na yeye alikuwa comedian kitambo.
You cannot sit down and listen to these MPs trying to put us down. Like the one who was saying that we are doing this for views. Guys, views in a translate into nini. See, it's people. We're spreading awareness. Like the political party thing, we didn't initially want that. Like, we're not desperate for money like that. You guys were always like trying to, ata wenye wako parliament saizi, they're always looking at their best interest. Si tunajua in the long run, hiyo 5,000 yako haitanisaidia. Like, I need cash that's like, consistent and a place that I can live in. A good Kenya, a peaceful Kenya for everyone. So, yeah, usisikize MP, yawa. Ati anakuambia nini? Hiyo hakuna.
Na sisi, hatutaki kuwa funded. We have money.
Okay, Wilma, that's a good point.
No.
Pesa zinatoka wapi?
We are hustling.
Amongst yourselves or your parents?
We are hustling.
Wako online
We
mbaya
have phones. We can trade. And that's why we don't want this finance. Kitu inataka kutukata manze.
Alafu mlikuwa mnateta mnasema mnataksiwa saizi na Gaveja provides zile jobs zenye
We're being
walikuwa
taxing on jobs that they did not provide. That is a major issue, and it's become a bone of contention because there's also a tax on remote workers working abroad that you have to pay money towards Kenya. But I've looked for my money, I've saved, I've got my visa, I've got my green card, nirudishe tax Kenya. I don't know, maybe it doesn't sit right with me, but the idea of taxing employment that you did not create. You're taxing the iPhone I'm importing to shoot content. You're taxing the content
you're posting.
Yeah, you cannot. They are saying 100 taxation, 100%, right? 100% taxing is 100% is like you'll get nothing literally
because you don't have
100% of nothing is nothing.
Correct.
I can't come direct from the university, a graduate. Then you want to tax me 100%. You first create an environment full of sanity and serenity so that I can trade, so that I can start a business. Msitupe kazi, but give us a good environment to start businesses. But right now, if I start a business, unanikata mikono tax. Haiwezi jo.
Anita, tell me, can you guys sustain this? Because, you started well, and you have the momentum. Can you sustain this?
Energy.
Jeff, you realize we're the ones who are going to suffer. You guys are retiring.
We are retire. In the retirement plan.
No, seriously, listen. After this, you're probably gonna go and have your retirement and settle. Sisi ndo tunaingia workforce. Tutatokea tena na tena sana. Godha
tena. Strictly Makwela.
Tutatokea tena. Me personally, I don't think my spirit of doing all this will waver anytime soon. I'm always gonna be there. Nyawanga is always gonna be there. And I have a group, as he said, for the Gen Zs, but mine is a movement. It's called Wagwan Nairobi.
Wagwan.
Yeah. Wagwan. So if you saw us on TV, we were wearing the shirts for Wagwan Nairobi. Yeah. And we're gonna be there. Tutakuwa site. Sisi Robi, everyone. So if you need water, if you need anything, chat to us. Mkituana, say hi.
I love the agenda prayer, the approach that you guys took. Mlikuwa so organized, such that mlikuwa the emergency lines, just in case someone got injured during the protests, in case someone was arrested. You had lawyers on standby and everything of that sort. In case people needed water, food. Is that something that you actually came up with before you decided to hit the streets?
Boniface, honestly. He did most of the work for us and we had to turn up. Haizi kuwa amekaa chini tupangia maisha yetu alafu tusikose kutokea, you get? So thank you and shout out to you. I heard you got arrested. Pole sana. Hata mi leo naona tu nikienda huko. But it's okay. Bora tumefaitia maisha yetu.
But he was released yesterday?
He was.
And he made it on the bench in the evening?
Okay. Hata mimi sintakuwa tu released.
So what you're saying is you're not afraid?
We're not afraid.
I personally am afraid, and I think that's okay. Because people say I'm just a girl. I am just a girl. I'm 20. I'm not physically strong. I am going up against people that are much stronger than me. And as much as I want to remind everyone that this is not a fight per se, we know how things go. We are not advocating for violence. We cannot be promised the same. So yes, it's scary, but it's also scarier not knowing our future. It's scarier knowing that I'll graduate in a year and a half and not be guaranteed a job. It's the uncertainty is scarier. So my advice to young people would be to do it scared. Do it and do it scared. I think this illusion of choice is making people not come out to protest. The illusion of, I don't have to go if I don't want to, but it's your future. You know what I mean?
Mimi nasema hivi, I'll respond to that ya first aid. Sisi ni watu tumesoma. Mnafahamu elewe hisi maandamano ile akina wazee. Watu wanatoka
na mahooligans
na
mawe.
Mtu anakuja na ma sandals. Sisi mnaona tumepiga luku. Kama leo umeona tumesema ni colorful. Because sisi we are generation that we know what we want.
You're learned.
Sisi tunajua kama ni first aid, wewe ukigongwa pale mimi nitakuja nikufasid mbio. Umesikia vile nakwambia?
Mko wapi?
Tuko ready, sisi tuko ndani, right? You see, and you are asking if you can sustain this. My friend, we have value, we have capacity, and we are creating time for this. Mimi nimeshiba, mimi leo hadi kwa nyuma ndakula jioni because I know what I want. Na mimi nguvu natumia kuongea tu na kusay what I want, right? Mimi ndi kurusha mawe pale. So we are a community that is fully packaged.
Akili mtu wangu.
We don't need any political affiliation. If you are in politics, you want to support us, atutaki, thank you so much. Wewe enda tusaidie bunge. Sisi tumejipanga. You know, we want to make policies. And that's why we are saying some few years to come, wacha mtaona. Ilianza hivi ikaenda hivi.
And amesema you don't want to work for government.
We don't want to work for government. We want to work with the government. We must be on the table. Bwana hawa watu walitu.
Otherwise you will be voted. Utakuwa hiyo chakula.
Bwana. Sisi tulipiga kura na tunaumia manze. Promises. They are giving a lot of money to things that are not assets.
Priorities.
Look, people come with the best of intentions.
Yeah.
Right? And then somehow, vote for me, I'll give you this, I'll do this, I'll do that. Wakingia hiyo nyumba.
Hey.
Huh?
System in our change.
You know the crazy thing is, how watu, they're doing the most, not remembering that you just have 3 years left.
Right.
You have 3 years left. Na nakwambia, every MP right now, if you're going to vote yes, we jua tu, ka ukijua, utakuwa heri uibe tu saa hii mbio mbio. Juzo 3 years zikiisha ni sisi na wewe. Kwanza akisami itabidi tu niingie kwa the government. I just have to do something personally.
Na ukichange, ukibadilika.
Mbona nibadilike? I understand that politicians actually take advantage of us, but you realize you guys were looking for jobs. I'm not looking for a job. I'm looking for a platform that I can talk for the people, on behalf of the people. So it's not about money for us, to be honest. Yeah, it's about
politicians wanna bonga mob.
That's why kwa parliament
una speaker
ujue vitu ziko wrong. No masala mzee.
In my perspective, at least in my value and the value of the community I represent, is I try not to consider the government and the people within it per se an enemy, because I like to genuinely believe that by the time you are putting yourself into a position where you are seeking this power, maybe you sought it with the right intentions. So we are still seeking to work with the government. We're not saying person A, person B, person C, you must go home, we hate you. We do not hate you. We hate and we fear the things you are doing, and we don't want to come out and show all this anger, because it creates a lot of maybe animosity and a fight where it's not supposed to be a fight. We want to be heard, we want to be felt, we want to be understood. But when we are told as young people that aya sawa tumetoa hii tax ya mkate, si sasa mko happy tupitishe bill, it means we're not being listened to. It's not the bread.
Munasema yote muna reject in totality.
Yote.
And you guys realize no longer has the option to go back to Ireland.
Correct.
Some of us don't.
Correct.
We don't. So like for you to be here fighting for people, congratulations on that.
I don't like the idea that actually nisome ndio niende maju. Kenya is such a beautiful country with so much brain, so much potential, so much value, so much intellect, that it makes me very broken-hearted when people come up to me and tell me, Younger, you have options. You don't have to stay here. Ireland is this, Ireland is that. Kenya could be Ireland if I put my brain and my heart into it and I work with people who are feeling the same way.
So you want to be listened to, you want to be heard, you want to be understood,
and you want to be felt, and you want to be loved.
Included in the conversation.
Your design.
John Kianda has a question. Kianda.
Habari zenyu.
Nzuri sana.
Kuna msee alikuwa na jokes. Sijui ni joke alikuwa anapiga ama ilikuwa nini? Ati maybe ni Chrome imepanda bei. Shisha inapanda bei. Sponyo nini za shuka. Ndo ya kuwapatisha shuka.
Azina anasa. Starehe.
Yaani starehe inaenda ku expect.
Right.
Unagichi? Maybe that's why wako kwa street. Sijui constitution na wasa kiitwa Karen wakachezesha kwa wheelbarrow, wakasukuma urezo kwa wheelbarrow. Alafu wakatulia. Si ndio? Sio na wasa kikariri mashairi. Si ndio? Kuna wasa za ito State House wakule mchele, wachekeshe, waambiwe nini na nini. So how consistent are you guys going to be?
Let me tell you
Question
something.
I asked earlier. How consistent? How can you sustain?
That's very misplaced. Like, that's a very misplaced mindset.
It must
We're here
be from a
because
millennial.
we're drowning in literal period poverty.
Yeah.
That's the stuff we're supposed to be talking about, not about liquor. Yes, itapanda, lakini quota surely 800. That's for them. Some of us don't even indulge in stuff like that. You get. Sisemi ati ujuna indulge ni baya, like you do you, yeah? But sisi sahi tuko hapa tunaongelelea period poverty. Tuko hapa tunaongelelea stuff like the bills that are in there na hizi expenditure. They're not looking at the expenditure, wanaangalia like the budget. If you take away that 800 million confidential, uweke penye unasema haitoshi.
Yes.
Tuone sahi kama itatosha.
Priorities.
Hey, ati first lady, the office. Sijui how many
690
million.
something.
Girl, unafanyaje na hakuna linda mama elimu?
Laguna.
Kuna swali lingine wasi wanauliza. Nyinyi mnabonga hivyo kwa social media kwa mfano, si ndio? Siku ya kuvote wasi wanamka na mahangi, wengine wana IDs. So utabadilishaje kitu?
I'll agree with that.
Okay.
The day
No.
before election should bazi fungwe. The day before election bazi fungwe.
But now you know better, right?
Now we know
You've
better.
experienced it before. Now mna organize na kumobilize vi better. Na kuna wale walisema kwanza mnachukua ID za mapere wenyu mnasunda. Sababu hao ndio wameweka kwa hii mess.
Exactly.
Yenye mko sahi.
Muna IDs nyinyi?
Na wacha nikwambie something I wanted to tell this gentleman here.
Yeah.
Ule mwenye alisema hivyo, I'll echo this again. Lazima kuwe millennial. Our ladies have
You're
money.
haters.
Our ladies have money.
Eh?
Mambo hiyo ya kusema ati pombe imepanda hata hatujajua, actually nimesikia na yeye.
Haijawa affect.
Haito affect. Hata tukiona tuna assume.
Mko na ID Jeff ameuliza.
Mko na IDs?
Personally, I'm 17. Niko hapa na wapigania haki.
You're 17.
I'm 17. Nitakuwa kwa nyumba ya mamangu for
We're Irish. Mko na ID?
Niko na ID.
Nawe bro.
Mimi nilipiga kura mzee. Right?
2022.
Yeah, I'm only 23 years but nilipiga kura. And actually I work even for the IBC
Na mabeste
registering
zako.
young voters. Wacha nikuulize
Na
hivi.
mabeste zako wako na?
Nani?
Wale mabeste
I
zako.
don't have a friend mwenye ajui what he should do in this country. So they
Really?
have IDs and they voted.
So you resign. And in other words, mnasema come to the 27, wewe utakuwa umesha hit almost 20 years, right? Utakuwa umeacquire ID na voters card. So things, I mean, ground itakuwa tofauti.
Yes.
If you have seen the videos that the Gen Z are posting about the next elections, kuna mtu alisema Kalamba Down yeye ndo wa kwanza kwa line. Sisi hatutaki mchezo. Tunabadilisha hivi. Kama sahi haututetei, we won't consider you as well.
Alright.
So hivyo ndo hivyo.
I thought.
Remember that past election day. If you're asking someone on a date, show me that ink on your finger first.
Yeah. And again, something
Utampatia kitu?
Minimum.
Ati days.
actually
Utampatia ile kitu?
Ati ndio mtu apeleke date.
Umepiga kura?
Yes.
Si twende out. Umepiga kura?
Eh.
Ai we.
actually
Akiweka ink fake.
Aya
Actually,
They are enlightened.
actually kitu wanafaa kujua namna maybe somebody from the moon wouldn't see this. It's only somebody from the moon wouldn't see it. She's 17 but she's fighting for her future. Inaonyesha hii generation si kama yenyu. Yenyu means the millennials, right?
What's that mean, this one?
Why? Because we have value and capacity. Tell me a 17-year-old.
Wakati wetu.
Wewe ulikuwa wapi 17 years
Niko
mzee?
kwa village.
Okay, nice.
Sasa hebu niulize swali. Hebu niulize kijana swali. Si ndio? Ni vita kati yenu na millennials ama ni vita kati yenu na politicians vile wana mesa? Because you need also millennials ku succeed kwa hii fight.
No,
Si ndio?
wacha
So
ni
ukisema sisi
Hatuongelelei millennials. Mbona uko insecure?
hata sio
Mbona mko insecure?
Hata sio-
hatuko insecure.
Hata sio
nikaa mnasema sisi tumewaangusha, nyinyi mnataka kutake over. But don't you think inafaa iwe collab?
Hatutaki mambo yenu. Sikiza. This is what we want to do. You guys have tried and failed. It's our time to come and help you. Hatusemi ati nyi mkae. If you want to join us, you
Wamechoka
can
hao.
come.
They were at the march the other day and they're going out again right after this interview. They say Hawa Banduki. You're not going to let up. Guys, I've seen something on the socials, right on the internet. This character called Anonymous. He's sending out some very, I don't know if it's frightening or scary or, warning signs.
Yeah.
What is this about, Anita?
Okay, personally I feel like the one behind Anonymous, this is just to tell you how crazy this is. Like hatuchezi, and you asked about consistency and how consistent we're going to be. these accounts are not going to die right now because you can't find them. Even if you do, someone else will come and like, you know, out you guys. So basically, I feel like Anonymous, the main goal is to ensure that the MPs do us like justice. If they don't, we will do you. That's what we're trying to say. Yeah.
Nyawanga? That's why you're a little worried, aren't you?
Not even so much that. I'm a law student, so I try to look at things in the most civil way possible, the most level-headed way possible. And I also study data protection and data analytics. So I look at it from the perspective of, it is a threat. You know what I mean? They have come out and threatened to leak personal information that belongs to these members of parliament. I am supportive of it in the sense that I think it is good for them to be intimidated. I think we have been under intimidation for so long. It's good for them to feel that, okay, this is something we have to do. But at the other end of the spectrum, I do not want to encourage the idea of, if you do me wrong, I do you wrong. That's not, we've been working on that playing field for too long, and it's clearly not working.
But let me ask you guys this. You guys have been releasing numbers from everyone, from the president to MPs to, you know, your elected leaders. Is that fair? What happened to rights to privacy?
I know you want your right to privacy, but we want our right to our life. So we're going to come and text you. There's an MP who got, how many, was it 150k?
168.
168k.
Thousand.
Badali, please just send that money to Boniface so you can bail me out. Okay, we'll use that money in a good cause. We'll help people in the mandamano. But like, okay, don't text them because it's on their personal landline. But you saw some of them are being really rude. And I've actually seen on the internet that Anonymous is not even Kenyan. So tunapiganiwa vita na watu wa nje pia. Yeah. So yeah.
So you guys, you feel nothing. You will keep on releasing numbers of individuals you think should be exposed or whatever. Huh?
Yeah. I don't see anything.
According to me, let me be a bit impartial. And mi nimesema nimefanya media. So najua kuna media ethics and regulation. we have a lot of things, right? And as long as we are fighting, you know, we are not fighting these people, right? We are challenging them to do what is right.
Yeah.
And so, for me, those people who are exposing, I saw niliona namba Nyoro ziko hivi kwa line. Rigathi.
Yeah.
Wote pale.
Hata ya urezo.
Zote.
Hey,
You see, numbers ziko. Hata sijui zinatoka wapi. Mimi naona tu zikiflow. Ni flow chart mzima hivi. Waiguru kila mtu ako pale. So what they are doing is not, you know, right, because that one is maybe interrupting somebody's privacy. And for me, mimi hata siwezi chukua number pale ni text. I don't want that. I want to go to the street and be heard, because at the end of the day uta text na ta kublock. So according to me, I would request my fellow Gen Z, hizo manamba, well, you have it, but sana to square diverge from our goal.
Your desire square.
Go on.
I feel like giving citizens the numbers of your MPs. Once you're a public figure, mimi sina right to privacy at some extent because I'm on the internet, people know about me. So imagine an MP. We voted for you so you can be there. So when you're not being accountable for whatever you are supposed to do, we're gonna come to you. Kama, I wasn't planning on name calling, but let's say someone like Karen Nyamu. Oh my God. Girl, when I see you, it's on site. I swear it's on site. Because like, she was talking about, when we talked about period poverty in Kenya, she said something to do with, I use tampons.
I don't use pads, so the pads prices doesn't bother me. I use pads.
That's what she said.
But tampons are 6 times the price of pads anyway. It's giving let them eat cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let them,
Marie Antoinette.
You know
Yeah.
that phrase. Let them
Marie Antoinette.
Yeah.
You know where it came from?
Yes.
French
the
Revolution.
Yeah.
When was it? Give me a year, month, date.
I can give you the fact that it is based on, that's what the Les Miserables is based on. And that was a fantastic musical.
July the 14th, 1789.
And June the 20th, 2024.
Yeah.
Is your day.
Is our day.
All right, guys. What do you hope to accomplish today? Tell us.
Maybe let me start from my perspective. I hope that the members of parliament are alive to the fact that these young people we talk about, Gen Zs, are not 16 to 18 year olds. I think the oldest Gen Zs now are 27, 28 years old. So we're not, I think they've looked at us as small children that can be lied to, can be deceived. That one for oh, you want to come with me? Vavia to 20, and then you leave them. You know, we are past that age. I want them to understand that we know what they are trying to do. We want them to understand that we have voices that must be heard. I think at the end of the day, we want them to understand that we have woken up to realize that tomorrow is ours and not theirs.
Tomorrow is
ours, not theirs. Anita?
Okay, one last thing from me. Shout out to Raila Amolo Odinga, His Excellency, because without you, singekuwa hapa. Without you, I wouldn't have someone to like look up to, because you're the one who started all of this. And like kazi yenye penye ulifikisha hiyo kazi, achia sisi sasa. Sisi kama Gen Z, millennials who are willing, boomers wenye wako okay, that is. Please come on out today. Let's fight for our rights. Make Agwambo proud. Yeah? Agwambo, when you come home. Yeah? I'll be waiting for you, okay? Okay.
Nice. Good luck.
Right, nice. So for me, first is to thank God for this far, because pia tukiamka asubuhi tunaomba juu pale unaweza pigwa rungu vunjike. So tunaweka God first. Tena shout out kwa Gen Zs. They are the only people I'll appreciate, because there's nobody who is, telling us to go to the streets, right? We want to be heard, manze. Something that is paining us is that our parents, raised us. They paid school fees for us. We came to the streets. We hustling so difficult, but the environment is not conducive. It's pain. Remember, we have value and capacity, and we also have time, right? Maybe we are working on money, but we have value, capacity, and time. And we should be on the table. We should be considered when policies are being made. We don't want to be people who are always told this was done and this was done. Actually, we never planned for demonstrations. It just caught us and we are like, what are we doing?
Your design.
What are we doing? And let them know that even if I'm 23, akili yangu ni ya mtu ako 40 years in the millennials.
Yeah.
So ukuwa 40 kwa millennial,
Yeah.
Gen Z ako 17 years.
Would you guys vote for Boniface?
No.
Would you vote for Boniface?
Acha tuone venye kutaenda. But sahi, the way it is right now, I would.
I think I refuse to perpetuate the mistakes our parents made for voting for people based on popularity. I want to see policy. I want to see your financial policies. I want to see your educational policies. I want to see your sustainability plan for our economy. It can't be because you make nice, interesting videos. I am very honored to have met Boniface and to have seen the work he does. But being good in that one sector, for me, is not enough for you to be a politician.
Your design.